This is the front of the house, and as you can see here, there's a sign that lets everyone know that this place is surrounded by cameras. Let's walk to the side here. That guy you just saw came in from the street, and the homeowner says that this fence here was knocked open because of the wind. Metro says that 17-year-old was getting off a bus at this bus stop. It was around 5 o'clock, and if you look down here at this green paint, that is where the bus was parked. Come with me over here. Metro believes that that teen crossed behind the back of the bus, and in that third lane out there, you see that white and blue paint. That is where police believe the van struck the teen. Look at this post office. It's surrounded by all of these really large columns that could have stopped the car, but the man ended up going in between them. And as we walk over here, you'll see even more tire tracks here on the ground, and then where it's all boarded up, this is where that man came through, right through a window. This is the junior high school where Tammy Myers and her daughter were taking that driving lesson. We'll give you a look. It was about this time of night, so it would have been dark. They're heading home. They're about a half mile from the house, and it was from behind. There's a vantage point there that they encountered this suspect. We're actually on Buffalo, where this stretch of the street is shut down, and this is the reason why. We have been seeing a lot more runoff just in the last couple of hours since we've been here, and it's pouring into this lane of the street. Investigators say the fire started right there in that first story bedroom where it's all boarded up. If you look above, that is where that woman was screaming for help. And if you come over here, you can see the second window that's boarded up. That's where firefighters managed to get the woman out. I want to show you this tent. They said they bought it 3 Black Fridays ago so that they'd have some nice shelter on a cold night like this. Now let me take you over here. This guy here, he's the first person in line.
Who is this man? What is he doing in my room? How does he know where my things are?
That is the question Donnie Strickland is desperate to answer.
Who does this? Why?
Friday afternoon, her surveillance cameras catch this crook in the act. Donnie and her husband are out of town, but this burglar's not alone. Donnie's 2 daughters, ages 17 and 3, are napping just feet away. Her mother, Luann, is doing chores downstairs.
This could have gone so wrong. And I just look at that little baby and it just makes me sick.
The family found these logs stacked up against this wall. They believe the man climbed on top, got up onto the balcony, and snuck into their 3-year-old daughter's bedroom.
That's my baby. And he was in my baby's room. You know, she's 3 years old.
Watch as the crook thinks he hears Luann coming up the stairs. That's the family's loaded gun in his hand. What do you think would have happened had you gone upstairs and run into this man?
I think I'd be dead.
No one heard this man creeping upstairs, not even the family's 2 dogs. Donnie feels that turned out to be a blessing.
I think it had to have been divine intervention that caused no one in this house to hear and go upstairs. Metro said this was a suicide call, a man with a gun. Let me show you where he was firing from. That unit across the way. Neighbors said he came out and just started shooting, and that he said that he didn't want to hurt anyone but himself. You can see one of the bullets right there. It hit right here and right here as well. And when you see how much this guy shot, it's incredible that no one else got hurt. The aftermath of an hours-long standoff with police. Bullet holes all over Building 31 at the Eagle Trace Apartments. Police say they came from the rifle of a retired Nellis Air Force Base Master Sergeant. The man who lives in this unit, where the shooter's bullet pierced through his windows and into his wall, told me he, his mom, and his aunt were not home around 12:30 Wednesday morning when police say the bullets started flying.
Just kept hearing gunshots about 30 minutes apart.
But Michael James, who lives in the next building over, was home, hiding in his laundry room with his 3-year-old son. His father hiding in the tub, while a bullet also made its way through his window.
Round of shots, it was about 7 shots. Second round of shots, it was about 5. And then the last round of shots, I believe, was the exchange between the police and him, as it sounded like 2 different gunfires.
James and many other residents in this complex were evacuated.
As soon as we step outside of our door, there's 2 officers right there with their handguns drawn towards that apartment unit.
The man police are calling the shooter, neighbors knew as Frank. He lived upstairs in Building 31. Police say he was dressed in military clothing. The complex is across the street from Nellis Air Force Base.
It's sad because I'm U.S. military too, I'm ex-Army, and it's sad to see someone snap out like that.
And neighbors say during all of this, that man was also screaming a woman's name and giving out a phone number. He wanted someone to call her. We did. She did not want to talk to us. We do not know the relationship between that woman and the shooter. Tricia, that security guard is Tony Guerrero. His family says he is in the ICU undergoing a number of tests and procedures. But the good news, he is alert, he is sitting up, and he is talking to his family. First look at Tony Guerrero, the security guard working at Dre's nightclub during Monday's shooting. Tony is one of 3 men police say Benjamin Fraser shot inside Bally's Hotel and Casino. The bullet hit him near the stomach. His family talked to Action News today.
His wife, my sister's not eating because he can't eat.
Tony's sister, Kim Guerrero, was with his wife and 2 children when they learned the tragic news. The call came from Tony moments after he was shot.
He called his wife as soon as he was shot. The first thing he wanted to do was talk to his wife.
What did he tell her?
He said, I've been shot.
A shot that could have killed him, just like it did Ken Brown, one of the other men police say Fraser shot.
This bullet was so close to his spine, it kind of scared us all.
His family says Tony has worked at Dre's as a security guard for more than 10 years. Yesterday, Sheriff Doug Gillespie said none of the security guards had guns. According to this arrest report, the gun Fraser had was not registered in the state of Nevada. As Tony struggles to recover after trying to take down an armed man, he told his sister this about his accused shooter.
The shooter, Tony said he's not mad at him.
Robert Farias is the first man that police say Fraser shot. He was hit in the arm. He is also here in the hospital tonight. We spoke to his brother and his cousin who said he is expected to be okay.